Hey everyone, it's Tony here from hobbyparts.com, and what we got today for you guys is part 2 of the how to build the EXI Pro helicopter. And like I've mentioned before, what we're doing today is I'm going to show you guys how to Loctite the whole frame assembly and getting it ready for installing all the electronics. You guys might be asking yourself, why does he have the main shaft there without the whole rotor assembly? Well, a little tip I got for you guys. A lot of guys at the field ask me why all my helicopters sound like they run so smooth. And the little trick I have to making them run so smooth is what I do is check the alignment of the bearings. You guys can see these are perfectly aligned. Just there's no binding at all. And the reason I take off the whole head assembly is because I want the own weight of the shaft going down and not having the weight of the whole rotor assembly force it down. And you guys can see this is just smooth, very smooth. And what that would do is it'll increase the efficiency of your flight. Not too much. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say you guys are gonna get 3 minutes out of that. It's probably a few seconds, but as well, most of all, it takes off the wear and tear on your main block bearings. And in the case that yours is not as smooth as this, all you have to do is loosen up the bearing block screws right here and just move it barely, maybe 1/1000th of an inch, if that, and just get the right position till you get it that smooth. Once you got it that smooth, just hold it there, tighten up all the screws, and you guys are ready to go. So that's a little tip for you guys. And now what we're gonna be doing is taking this baby apart and showing you guys how to Loctite it. So let's get that started. All right guys, we got the frame here for you guys. Let me quickly show you guys the screws that do not need any Loctite. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, as well as on the opposite end, 4 of them. Those don't require any, as well as the gyro mount here, 1 here and 1 on the opposite end. But other than that, all these, as well as the bottom, all these require Loctite. And the way I like to start it is I like to take the canopy mounts off, just because you guys will see it lays on its side much easier than with them on. So get those out. I like to put those on at the end. So we got that, and tools needed for this is going to be a 2mm hex driver right here. So I like to start on the bottom. Alright guys, what I got here is the skids for you guys. I like to put it on now, because if I don't now, I'm going to have to redo it later. So might as well take care of it now. So now that we got the Loctite applied, nice and easy. Those, don't screw it down all the way till we get the other one in. Let's apply Loctite to the other one. Alright guys, we got the bottom done already, as well as the skids installed, so now just work our way up. Or any of your preference, doesn't really matter, like I said before. Alright guys, we got the Loctite already on the screw here, and while we're at it, these screws are meant to hold in the boom supports, as you guys see here. I got this from the little accessory bag I showed you guys in the first video. So all you do, I'll show you guys, find your boom supports. Come on, install the screw. Alright, there guys, got the boom support it's right there, so get that in. Alright guys, now that we're on these back screws right here, those screws are meant to hold the boom in place, so we'll loosen those up. I already did it for you guys. Loosen up these 4 screws. I'll locate the boom, which is here, which we already applied Loctite in the previous video, so that should be ready to go. Slide it in. it is. Oh, let me get that. Let's get that in there. Don't tighten them up too much, just enough so later we can make adjustments. I'll show you guys. Just barely tighten it up. There it is. So make sure it's pushed in all the way. Make sure as well it's pretty vertical. So look at it from behind, line it up with the frame right there. So make sure that's pretty vertical. Once that's done, it's vertical and it's all the way pushed in. All you do, you come along, tighten up, tighten, and tighten. So got that. And now what we do, we locate, let me open this bag for you guys. We locate as well the horizontal stabilizer and the mount. It's all included in the little accessory bag I was showing you guys in the first video. We locate that. And what I've went ahead and did already for you guys is I put a piece of tape, just regular Scotch tape around the boom right here. And all that's for is for when you install the mount, so it just has a better grip than just holding on to the aluminum, where you guys can see it just slides very easily. So when you get it on the tape and you tighten it down, it just makes a very, very strong hold to there. So let's get the screws, apply Loctite. The shorter screws, there you guys are gonna see there's 4 screws in the kit, or in the little bag. The shorter screws are meant to hold the boom supports, which you guys are gonna see here. Put that in there. This just slide. Alright guys, so here the longer screws are meant for the horizontal stabilizer right here, the top mount. Apply a little Loctite, and as well as slide the bottom one over. Come on. There it is. Tighten that, and once you got the other side installed of the boom support, I'm saving that for you guys to do the opposite side. Once you got that installed, all you got to do is just eyeball it, make sure your horizontal stabilizer is straight with the horizontal parts on the frame. You could use either the gyro mount as your guide or just whatever, something horizontal on the frame, and make sure that's lined up. Just get it, don't tighten it down all the way so you can adjust it. You can see once you get it, just tighten up the top screws on either end and you guys will be ready to go. So that's it for the boom. And now we need to as well tighten down the tail rod supports. That's just a 1.5 hex driver, so that's done. That's done. So just make sure that's nice and straight, running from the 3 points, 1, 2, 3. Eyeball it, adjust it as necessary to make it nice and straight so there's no binding. Let me eyeball it, get it straight for you guys, and show you guys how it should look. That should be good. Yep, that's it. That's how it should look. Just a nice line from point 1 to point 2 to point 3, and nice and smooth, you guys can see. So that's done with the whole boom, and let's continue on to the frame. All right guys, we got the Loctite on there, we got our canopy mount here, and finally that last and final step we've all been waiting for. So we finally get that in as well. Get some pliers, tighten it up a little bit. There it is, not too much, we don't want to overstrip it. So that's done, and so that concludes the whole Loctiting all the screws as well. Don't forget to do the opposite end. I'm not going to do that for you guys just to save time on the video, and I don't think we want to see a long, boring 30-minute video on how to Loctite either side. So that's done. I did one side for you guys, and so let's check, make sure the alignment didn't move on the bearings. Still perfect. So we're gonna have a very smooth run, and those bearings are probably gonna last us a long. They're gonna thank us in the long run. So that's it for today's video, guys, on how to Loctite the frame assembly of an EXI Pro. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, guys. Thanks.